Hello everyone, you've reached my series, Work Gigs for a Fractured Economy, a compiled digital series for working class communities by Dr. Tiffany A. Flowers. So I started this series because I noticed that a lot of people were saying that, they really didn't know, they really don't know what to do because they're being laid off suddenly. And it got me to thinking about, everything that I learned growing up in terms of understanding the importance of gigs. Gigs are something that you can work part or full time. You can have several gigs, and getting the higher paying gigs and understanding how to get into the employment sector where there are higher paying gigs for the working class really entails understanding how certification works, taking courses which pretty much cost a minimum amount of money to do, and being able to get those certifications and turning them into gigs in a very short amount of time. So if you're somebody who's unemployed now, you want to make sure that you start looking at some gigs where you can take some classes in a number of weeks, get certified, and then go work, then apply to go work into some of these sectors. Because, when you get unemployment, by the end of that unemployment period, you'll be able to find work. And you should be able to find several gigs so that you can keep paychecks coming in. Because that's what people don't understand, is that you need to make sure you have several gigs, because the more paychecks you have coming in, the more you'll be able to actually pay your bills. So just keep that in mind, that a steady paycheck goes a long way. So when I started this series, one of the things that I noticed is that people really didn't understand the current job market realities. Whenever you see notices like this and you see them every week, that means that you will continue to see them. We're going to continue to see more people laid off. This is actually from the Louisville Courier Journal from December. But if you go back through my series, you'll be able to see how I'm tracing these news stories. I'm reading them literally every day. And these are the current job market realities. So this is one: new notice outlines timing of 1,500 layoffs at Blue Oval SK in Kentucky. And so, next week there'll be more layoffs. I'm actually including these stories in so that you can go back to some of these stories, because they do have job openings and ads in a lot of these stories so that you can start finding work. Gig 18 is home inspector. So the rate of pay for a home inspector is $30 to $45 per hour in most states. In some states they make more. Or you could make anywhere from $35,000 to $90,000 depending on the state that you're living in and the company that you're working for. So once you get experience, if you don't want to work part-time, you could work full-time. You can work for private companies, or with that license or certification, you can actually start your own business. And the real estate market right now, particularly commercial real estate, the home real estate areas, a lot of people are renting out in apartments and things like that. And so that industry right now is booming. And so because it's booming, it's a number of different jobs that you can get, either part or full time. And I'll be posting additional jobs that you can get in the real estate sector for people who are interested in going into that field. The qualifications for a home inspector: you do need a clean criminal background check. You need a certification or license for your state. Now, when you're getting that certification or license for your state, pay attention to how many hours you need, as well as how many inspections you need under your mentor when you're taking the course. See if you can get those hours done for and inspections done within the required hour time. So by the time you finish, you can then go ahead and apply for your license, which takes about 3 days to get once you complete all of the requirements. You also need to know about homes. You need to know about, how a home is supposed to function. So if you're somebody that's thinking about this, you want to start, I always laugh when I say this, but you want to go on YouTube just like you are now, and you want to make sure that you're looking at different videos to understand what you're supposed to look for a sturdy roof, indoor plumbing, flooring. You need to be looking at the electrical. You need to be looking at all of that to make sure that you have some of that knowledge prior to going into a program. I would also recommend you checking about 6 or 7 books out of the library. I've read a lot of books as a homeowner myself. I've read a lot of books about how to just maintain your home so that you don't have the leaky roof and the creaking floor, and that your plumbing works and your electrical is sound. So you need to make sure that you're working on these type of things so that you will have the background to go into this area. Where to find home inspector gigs? So you can find these anywhere. There are literally tens of thousands of jobs in this area. There's not enough folks to actually do this. Most home inspectors take anywhere from 2 to 3 gigs per day. If they're doing it part-time, if they're doing it full-time, they may start as early as 6 o'clock in the morning and end at 6 o'clock at night. And they take so many gigs because some of them are being paid per gig to do inspections. So they're making money from the city where they have to do inspections in order to essentially certify these appraising positions, which is a whole nother position. But they also get paid by mortgage companies, insurance companies. I mean, there's a number of people that pay them. So you could actually work for the insurance companies, the mortgage companies, or you could be an independent contractor. But where you find those gigs, Indeed, LinkedIn, and ZipRecruiter. Additionally, you want to go to the HR websites for insurance companies as well as mortgage companies as well. So if you are looking for more information, I want you to look at the links that I have below. I'll put some information in there about where you can get certified to be an inspector. But just keep in mind that locally, if you're looking at where to go, a lot of times the technical colleges actually have those certification programs. And you're going to find a lot of people are going back to school right now because they want to get retrained to go into at least 2 other fields, just in case one of those fields dries up. So you also want to look at online forums. You want to look at websites and agencies which offer opportunities so you can retrain and retool at this moment. Now, we'll be doing a whole series on retraining and retooling. So, stay tuned for that. You'll see that in January. But for now, you want to kind of take a look at my gigs 1 through 17 to see if there's something there you may be interested in as well. So if you're somebody that stumbled across this series, I want you to subscribe to my channel for more content. I typically post between 1 to 6 gigs per week. It just, it's just based on what I have time to do in that moment. But I want you to subscribe to my channel. This allows me to free up my time to do more content. I'll have more content posted related to gigs. I'll be posting up to 100, and then I'm going to do a series on retooling and some quick certifications you can get so that you can go into business for yourself or go into another field. All right, I look forward to bringing you more content. Have a great day. Take care.